I can't find any.
Decided to go incognito today. I came in on a server, wanted to go med. Maybe talk about what I do when I play med, what I have to think about. A bit of an instructional video rather than calling out to the team today. And then everybody on the servers decided to go medic. So, not sure how we're going to go here. But we've got a lot of Ubers. Let's see if I can find somebody other than a spy. No, we've got a spy, and that's about it. So I better come out. Hopefully, when we start failing, we'll lose a few of these guys. Actually have somebody that we can Uber. Okay. I'm not sure what we're going to achieve here.
Push the cart, guys.
I'm not using in-game mic at the moment, so they can't hear me, which is good. And push the cart sounds good too. I'll just go forward, see what I can find. Can hear a sentry or something in the hut. I'll just have a look. Yep, level 2's in the hut. Don't know how we're going to take that down with all the meds. I guess we could build an Uber. Now I'm backing off the cart, watching my back for spy. Stay on the cart.
Yeah, what is this?
Somebody here.
Watch out for the sentry.
It's not quite the the video I was hoping to make. Oh, good, we've got a heavy. All right. So here we go.
The one heavy.
Heavy's coming in. I'll just go. I guess medic's running
All
crit,
the medics heal the one heavy.
so this isn't going to work well. And
So who's the
meds,
issue
if you do heal
So why are we
more
healing this one
than
heavy?
if you do have a med on more than one patient, your Uber only builds at half the rate. So not a good idea to be healing 2 medics to be healing 1 patient. Apart from the fact that you want to try and keep your team alive. I'm just going to back off a little bit. So we've got a pyro that's making a big mess of us. Plenty of medics to heal us though. And haven't had to use my crossbow yet. I can find that heavy. There's a heavy on the cart which isn't too good. Alright. Well, Ubering at the right time and we've sorted them out pretty well. We are going to... Oh, we've got a heavy here. That's not good. So just use the crossbow and that was useful. Still got a spy, sorry, not a spy, pyro on us, which is less useful. The Crusader's crossbow is good because it'll give health or it'll also flatten the enemy. So whatever you hit, it's going to be bonus. It's also a good distance, as long as your people you're trying to heal are standing still, particularly over distance. Makes it pretty hard. But we can see the pyros coming through pretty well. So I'm going to try and latch onto this Irish breakfast guy, see what we can do out there. Come on, Irish.
Stop pushing the cart.
Come on, mate. Yep,
Uber incoming.
we can do it. I think Irish has actually stopped for breakfast. Ah, there we go. All right. So he's using the gloves of running urgency, which is a good way to move forward. And I'm trying to stay out of the sight line of any snipers that may be ahead, but we've got so many players ahead of us now that I think the main problem we might encounter here would be a spy. So I'm onto a med that has crits. I'm just trying to overheal him, keep him alive. He's popped it now. Good idea. I mean, you obviously as a medic have to stay alive,
Spy sniper.
and the next person to keep alive is the other medic. The more medics you can keep alive, the more chance you've got of staying alive. And your team will thank you for it too. Okay,
Alright, everybody push.
my Uber's almost here. Just about, except we've 2 medics on the same
Level 3
player,
set up
so
to the right.
wasn't quite working. But here we go. Come on, Irish, let's see what they've got up there. Yep. Now, I'm leading the sentry, so I'm trying to lead it off. But that didn't really work because my heavy was supposed to keep attacking the sentry even though it was being tanked by the engineer. And tanking's where he just gets on top of it and starts hammering it. Makes it harder to take down. Med should always move towards the sentry, move to the side, draws the sentry's fire and allows whoever you're healing or Ubering to take it down much faster. Okay,
Stop pushing the
so
cart.
coming in again, a few meds calling.
Level 3.
I just fired off a crossbow in case it was able to help somebody. Don't think it did, but you never know. Okay, they've got Uber. They're running a similar strategy, so I'm just backing off. Their med really wants me, so I'll just come over to the sentry.
Medics.
And looks like a pyro's on me. So we'll just heal up.
Alright boys, I'll just go
That's
heavy
it.
to help you out.
Oh, and we've got a spy as well. Spy is down, so there's another use for the crossbow. And some good pushing, although I forgot about that sentry to the right, so we still haven't taken that down. They've got a telly as well. I'll just let them know. Sentry and telly, right of cart. Okay, so hopefully somebody sees that and they put a bit of a focus there. Well, our medic numbers are dropping now. We're down to 4, which is good. And that's because we're not making any progress. So it's always a good idea to start off with bad balance, they say. I don't, they do. But usually it evens out. Now, if I check the kill feed, I'm just wondering what took down the heavy. I'm about to go down. This pyro's too fast for me. Whenever you lose a patient, I always check the kill feed and see what's out there. Couldn't really tell. If he was taken down by a sniper, then I'd be keeping my head back pretty well, because I know that there's a sniper looking down the bridge. Not convinced on that. I'm looking for a patient now to heal as I run forward. And there's one. That way I can be building Uber as we go. Now he's doing the right thing and checking
Pushing the cart.
for spies. Now Demo's hurting himself. If I latch onto him, he can jump forward. And I just caught a hurt medic ahead of me, so I'll try and heal him up. He's healing the heavy, so again I don't have myself on the same patient. I've got to run back. Always try and keep yourself alive as a medic. Hold still. Okay. Disappointment melon. Where they come up with these names, I don't know. Okay, I'm on 70. I know there's a spy around, so I'm looking pretty carefully. The medic's found one. He's calling spy, so there's a spy somewhere. Here comes the pyro, trying to back off. There's the spy on our heavy. I think we got him. I've got to heal the med. Here we go. Quick. And now I've got my Uber, so this guy's pretty hurt. Latch onto the pyro. Block pyro is great to Uber. Cover a lot of distance. He's done the right thing. He's left their Uber behind, which is trying to hurt me now, but I'll get out of the way. And the med's coming after me. 2 meds. Too much. Okay, so that was a good move. We're down to... Oh, I've still got our 4 meds. Not too bad. We're really needing some firepower. Otherwise we're going to run out of time. Good cap.
Nice one.
Alright. Well, that heavy went through, but I've lost the telly and there's a med to heal. Again, always try and heal as you're running forward because you're building Uber the whole time. And med's a pretty fast one to latch onto. My favourite if I'm back behind the line is the scout, because the med's speed matches the scout as you run forward. Okay, now it's looking good. We got a lot of heavies. Chances are they'll have a sniper out there somewhere.
Spy medic behind.
And spy is on me, pyro's on me. Just got to stay out of his range.
Pyro behind.
Okay, he's still hammering. We took our heavy.
Stop pushing the cart.
That spy suspect. Yeah, that's what I thought. By taking him down, I took my eye off the defending team. But you can always tell, they say obvious spy. That was our spy coming through, but he seemed to look at me and then look away. He was dancing around looking over his shoulder. When you see that from any player, it's you know, pretty well odds on that there's going to be a spy. Okay, so coming through on the heavy, it's nice to have that heavy firepower. I'll just pop an arrow into that one. And then latch onto the one that's taking the most damage. Whoop, they've got an Uber, so we're backing up. Again, medic has to stay alive, pretty much at all costs. And on a pub, you don't have the defence that you'd like as a medic, so you're really relying on potluck. Sometimes you can get a really good server, and the guys on there either played a bit of competition, or they understand that if you don't have a medic, you won't get heals. So I usually come in and I remind them that we need a bit of balance in our classes. Now that's a spy, and I turned too late. So yeah, I could tell, just wasn't fast enough. I actually turned to look for the Flog Pyro ahead of me. I was hoping to Uber him, but didn't work out. Anyway, good on you, Spy.
Right, is no one else pushing this
Well, let's come through now. See what we've got happening up here. We're doing all right.
Nice rush, Pyro.
Got somebody on carp, which is great. And I just fired an arrow into the med to make sure that he's fine. Now we know there's a spy out here somewhere. There's a heavy without medic, so I'll latch onto him.
Why the hell do we have 6 heavies?
Watch my back. We must have, yeah, we've got 6 heavies, so it's amazingly effective when you've got a few heavies and medics together. Unusual on most servers, to be honest. So I'm just looking over my back. There's a medic ahead of us. I'm staying on these guys. Could fire an arrow in. If you're going to fire an arrow as a medic, it's a good idea to just fire one. And if it misses, then use your beam. There's a hit. It actually takes too long if you're taking a bit of time sending an arrow, a bolt out. So it's a great idea to swap to the medi-beam straight away. Now, I don't know if our team knows that we've got guys up above us and a spy on us. So they messed us up pretty well with that Uber. And they're using their demo well too to cover the cart. So normally with the in-mic I'd be telling people this. Let him know where the defense is and what's on cart, where sentries are, where's the spy, that sort of thing. Okay, so there's a heavy that's pretty hurt. So just, oh, got him. Healed 91, but he was too low. Okay, so coming down. Let's see. Just peeking, we've done really well. There's a sniper on cart, so I'd generally call that, so let's get in there. Oh, they'll know what I mean. Okay. Whoops, didn't mean to fall down there. Let's come round again. So there's fast scout. Just stand still. You do get building Uber when you fire your Crusader's crossbow. It's not quite as fast as when you're using the medigun, but it's pretty good. Now I'm on 45, so backing up now. I saw the pyro coming around the corner. And latching onto the med, he's on fire, so I want to keep him alive. Fire an arrow for the heavy. Heavy's doing pretty well, I'm on 71. They can generally come up this pathway, so you've got to keep watching your back. And this heavy knows enough to back off. There's our Uber. Lovely. And I'll pop that Uber, just to thank the heavy for his work.
I mean, the very fact that we won that is a miracle
guy
unto itself.
Alright, so we're going into defense.
Taking out half their team certainly does help.
Now, in defense, I'll sometimes use the quick fix, sometimes the Kritzkrieg. I'm sticking with the medigun at the moment. I find,
well, I mean, from the
the
Kritzkrieg
is really good as long as you've got some firepower in your
We
team.
came from humble beginnings.
Yeah, if you don't have firepower on your team, then the crits can be a bit of a waste because you end up running around trying to find somebody and you're popping it on snipers, and you know, it's not really effective. The quick fix is great as a second medigun, so if you've got a medic that's running a regular Uber, then you can run the quick fix as the second, and it's a great backup. Likewise with the crits is a second one I've found, and that generally encourages people to come up with the firepower. But I'll even say in game sometimes, you know, come on guys, we need firepower, or I just can't medic. Otherwise you're just healing snipers, spies and edgies. So I've got my Uber, we've got 11 seconds, and I'm going to track down some firepower now. There's some, very good. Now snipers like to pop out. These guys are just high-fiving each other. See if I can get somebody that's going to do some good. There's a heavy.
Spy Scout.
Yep, and we popped as well. So
Spy Scout.
I'm going to stay on this heavy. I'm not going to swap off
Spy
him
Scout behind you.
because I don't want the Uber to run out too quickly. And Spy got me, so that's fair enough. I was just trying to help that heavy.
Oh,
Like the
rip.
piece, mate.
But every time you swap from one person you're healing to another, you
They
actually
got a lot of medics going down the right
you
side.
reduce the length of your Uber by about half a second. So swapping back and forth, you can reduce an 8-second Uber to 4 seconds. It's really effective for a push through a choke point. But if you need the
I've been teleporting
if you need the
back for 3
time on the
days.
Uber, sticking with one player is the best way to do it. And then you've got to decide which player you're going to use. See, that was a good move for the Pyro. Just overheal these guys. They've got that flare I'll stay away from. They're pushing really hard, and I'm only on 40, so
Spy Scout
Pyro's
behind-
just come up
behind you.
behind me, and I've backed down.
Behind you.
And now we've got a heavy on the cart, so I've got to fall back. I'm a bit hurt. Help this med. We'll be very grateful for that. And they're still pushing, so I wouldn't be heading down there, guys. Come back, come back. They can't hear me. Come back. No, it's alright. Looks like we're looking pretty good. So, land a healing bolt on that Pyro. And I'm on 87, which is pretty good now. Again, don't want to heal the same player. But that's looking alright. We've got a Pyro heading down there. I'm on 96, 98. And we have Uber.
Spy Scout.
Okay. So we're in a bit of need of healing over there. Heal that demo. Did the right thing and stood still. And that snipers couldn't thank me later. So guys, I've got Uber. Now, this is the classic problem when you're in a pub. You're trying to get somebody to run with the Uber. And I managed to find a Flog Pyro, which is good. I'll just flash these guys to put out the fire. And-
Spy Scout behind us. Help me, please.
Yep, that's running pretty well. We've got a call for Spy Scout behind us. And I'm just overhealing a few people, keep them going. Maybe pick up an assist along the way.
You all got him.
I do like to pop Uber before the game starts. I think it's fair enough to let people know that you've got an Uber, you're prepared to use it, and you might even pick up a couple of points as well, which isn't bad because most people don't play medic. They just I think it's because they don't like being left to their own devices. If a team looks after their medic, he likes to hang around, and that's why most players don't
Yeah, sorry, med.
don't have a med because they don't look after them. Pretty simple.
Bit disappointing, but I've
Alright.
been told that my whole life,
Yeah.
so
It looks like, oh yeah, we've got a medic and an Uber there. I'm going to back out. Now,
Haven't we all?
you've got to lose your patience sometimes, and I'm in big trouble now. Should have popped the Uber, didn't realise I had it,
Damn it.
but that's okay. Yeah, sometimes you'll have players that just push too far ahead, and following them as a medic is suicide. So what I'll do is I'll back off, and you know, I'll sort of call out to them and say, you know, come back, don't go too far, don't overextend. And if they continue to do that,
Clearing a spy.
I'll just have to back off and leave them. Can't do anything about that, I'm afraid. Again, you've got to have your meds alive, or they can't heal.
it, please?
And the sooner you can make your team realise that, the
Cheers.
better. So there we go, just healing up in this spot.
Spy
Come
behind
through.
us.
We're doing pretty well. We've got
Yeah, spawn. That is.
players that are a bit hurt. I'll just, oh, you jumped at the wrong time. So again, when I missed, just swap. That Pyro knows to stand still for the crossbow, so that's really good. Swap across to this one. We're holding pretty well.
he's
This
camping
is-
up top and jumping
This
down.
is where we're going to
watch
run
out.
into trouble if the guys
Behind you, mate.
overextend, which means push forward too far. If you push forward too far, your health gets too low, and you go
Oh,
down.
the Spy's still alive.
So don't overextend.
The
You can
trick
actually
stab.
defend much better if you're alive. That's what I'm trying to do for them. There's Pyro coming through.
Run away.
I'm going to pop. I'm not going to lose my Uber this time. Oop, it's a spy, I think, so I got off the spy. Always better to pop than to drop, as they say. So that Pyro's got a bit of an idea of what he's doing. And he'll need to back up because they've got, oh, a Solly on me. Okay. That soldier did well, he came down the left drop. Okay, I'll just flick through while I'm waiting to see what's happening. And so while you're waiting to respawn, it's good to just see what's happening. So I can see the Pyros are coming down the left side. And view, Heard Solly again down our left side, so most of our players are down the left. I'm going to head down that way, not too quickly, see if I can help them out. Firing a bolt here and there just to keep them alive. There's a pyro that was quite happy to stand still for me with the bolt, but it's alright, I can latch onto him. And going pretty well. Okay, I think we're a pretty solid team. We're looking at 3.5 minutes until the next cap, or we win, and we're holding it off pretty well. I'll come back here, just fire it into the heavy and give him a little bit more health. Watching to the left because the last time, okay, I'm very hurt. So backing up, get that health. And now I live to fight another day. Yep, it's alright, breakfast. Get him, mate. Latch on to the players taking the fire. There's a spy that's about to get toasted. Yeah, I think they got him. Okay, and I'm a 96. Here we go, 9100. There we go. Okay, so there's a pop. I'm going to stay on the pyro and take down the sentry. Yep, watching my back. Spies are very good at realising when an Uber is about to finish. So you want to make sure that you watch your back as your Uber's finishing. Now I've got a sniper up ahead, I just caught him as a glance. So Flog Pyro without air blast can't reflect the rockets either.
Enemy med with Uber down.
We're keeping on them now. I'm just trying to keep these guys overhealed. Just bumped a blue, but my guys are onto it. Heal him up again. Looking good. Well, Med, you sure do require assistance, but I am here to help. Backing up. Okay, so again, watching my back. I'm down to 142, so even though I'm on fire, I don't need to worry. This guy's got the buff banner or something similar, so I'm going to stay on him, and he'll use that to mess them up.
Aggressive.
I'll swap it around now, keeping our players alive, and I've got my Uber back. So now I need to latch onto someone who'll run forward. Disappointment, he doesn't look like that to me. Get him, mate. Look, there's one to your right, so I'd normally be calling where they are. They're running around and I've got a med behind me. Oh, the pyro's calling for it, so we'll double up the healing. And that's our guys attack them pretty well. So you see, once I get my guys into the full health, I'll be swapping back and forth to different players. Particularly on the front line. I want to keep them alive. And we've got the other med calling Ubers, so that's really good. These sorts of comms, really useful. And yeah, certainly even in a pub, I've had a lot of guys say how great it is when we can get comms going. So always try and use your microphone. Ooh, that was a hit. Can I get out? No.
It's destroying the teleporters.
So once I got hit, I was down to 29 health. Just a bit too low, couldn't do anything, and wasn't strong enough to get out. Just checking where it is. We've had one cap, but they've got too far to go to get the next cap unless they really rush. I can see they're coming up the left building.
There's a demo trying to push the car.
I'll just let them know. Combo left building.
Everyone, we must stop that bomb.
Hopefully somebody's watching for that. So, with a bit of luck, they're really going to have to roll us if they're going to make this one. I don't think they will. I don't see our sentry anywhere. I'm taking a lot of hit, but at this stage of the game I wasn't too concerned about it. And how did we go? So they're on the card now and they're pushing. They're doing that push I was telling you about. Said they'd really have to push hard to get up there, so you just got to stop. Looks like a pyro and a demo on the cart. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Our guys need to focus cart more, which is a bit of a problem. Get them, guys. 2, 1, and we got it. So I hope you've heard something that helps you with your games, and maybe play Medic a little bit more. It is a great class to play. A lot of stress in it, especially when your team doesn't look after you, but this one looked after me pretty well and I didn't even have to ask. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back a little bit later with some more play, some more tips as well. Alright, catch you later.